Yo, what's good?
MDRD in the building. What's up, dude?
Can't complain, you know, just living life.
How's today been treating you?
Just been enjoying it, to be honest with you. Sitting in the house a lot more. Not out of my normal routine, of course. I usually do that anyways. So, can't complain.
Does being outside help you with your creative thoughts and the process of your music?
I'm not like 100% always outside, but I do find the time to get outside and just enjoy nature, you know what I mean? You can find yourself locked up in the house, cooped up like a hermit crab, and you're kind of just like, you got to find some kind of creativity. There's life around you everywhere, you know?
Yeah, that's understandable, being that it's such a beautiful day out today, too.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's beautiful right now. Sun's bright, grass is shining, you know? Put a little oil on my face, I'm shining, you know?
You're looking right today.
I'm trying. I can't complain. So, let's get this thing started. Let's do it.
All right, let's get this interview started.
Let's do it. Let me get a little drink of water if you don't mind. Wish I had something stronger. Oh, damn. Here she comes right now. Thanks, love. So.
Alrighty, so who are you?
MDRD. I go by MealDaRealDeal.
And what does that name mean to you?
To me, for one, my name's Jamil for people that don't know. So, growing up, everyone used to just call me Mill, like as a nickname. And I always told myself that no matter what, like whatever I do, I'm gonna try to be like the realest at it. And so it just made me be like the real deal, you know? And so MealDaRealDeal was the name I chose.
I like that, the real deal. What has inspired you to become who you are?
There's so many ways you can go about that. Like as far as just me as a person, I think for one, like my upbringing, you know, we kind of came from nothing, and it's kind of just like we always had a vision of like, how can you, strive in this world? What are you gonna do to be better for yourself or do better for the people around you? And that's what kind of just motivates me for the most part, is just like be better than, the people that raised you so far, like kind of just to break the stigma, break that cycle.
Be different.
Be different, for sure. That's exactly right.
Would you say that your childhood and things that have happened in your life is the main reason for your music?
Yeah, 100%. I think, growing up, you always look for a way to express. Some people go see a psychiatrist or something. I just go see a studio, and I just lay down like, all of my emotions, all of my feelings, everything that I possibly can think of, everything that I muster up inside of myself, I just try to put it on the track,
That's good.
Yeah.
So for this new album that's coming out, can you give us a little rundown about, one, your creative process and why this album means so much to you?
Yeah, this album for me is kind of like, well, by the way, it's called About Time. We called it About Time because a lot of people that I know knew that I was doing music, and they knew what I was doing, and they were just like, okay, man, like, when are you going to release some music? Like, when are you going to actually give something to the people? Like, what are you doing? And I just found it that I was just trying to create like something, a good body of work that basically explains who I am, and it basically, I believe in like first impressions, right? So I wanted to come correct the first time, and I just figured like once I actually release it, everybody's gonna be like, damn, about time. Like, you finally are releasing some music. Like,
about time.
About time. Like, it's about time you're actually trying to share what you can create with the world. And I'm like, well, I think that's what I'm gonna run with. Hashtag about time.
Go get that album.
For sure.
What do you want people to get from your album when they listen to it?
I just want people to like listen to it and just allow it to take them somewhere, I want you to, and this isn't just with this album, I think it's just with me creating in general. I want you to be able to listen to it and be like, wow, I remember like whenever I had this happen to me, I can relate to that situation. I remember being in a relationship with someone and having this kind of struggle. I remember growing up just like eating bologna sandwiches or some shit like that, right? Or I remember just doing this or only having the bare minimums but making it work, And that's kind of what I want in general, like not even with just this album, overall with my whole like artistic ability. Like I want people to see that and be like, wow, like I can relate to this. I just want it to be relatable. I'm not aiming for it to be relatable, but I just want it to be relatable from my perspective.
I got you.
Yeah.
Now, for this album, is it more R&B? Do you want people to like vibe in the club with your album, or is it a combination of everything?
I'd say it's a combination of everything. I wouldn't say it's like super like club vibe, you know. At least this particular album, and reason being is because I don't want to be known as a club artist, or I'm not aiming to be a club artist per se. So what people I think from this album will gather is like, all right, he's taking me on a trip of a situation that he dealt with as far as like a relationship of some sort, whether it be good or bad. There's songs on there where it kind of just takes you into a realm of like, you know, addressing like models and stuff, like, or someone that's so content with being local, and you got this passion to be worldwide, and they're just like, I'm good, I'll just be at this local bar or this local model, and you're like, nah, I'm gonna be global. Like, you want to be local, I want to be global, you know.
Gotta be that global, gotta be different, like you said in the beginning.
Different. Hashtag different. Right?
Now, being that you were talking about relationships, would you say that women play a big part in your album?
Yeah, in this particular album for sure. I think a lot of my music is like directed to women, like for the most part. You know, I was raised by women, you know, my mother, my aunts, my grandmother, my nan, and they just kind of just taught me a different way of life per se. And I mean, when you're raised in a household of women, and of course I have brothers and cousins and guys and things of that nature, but I always for some reason just took a keen liking to women. Like, it's like, how does she think, you know, like how can you
what
understand?
Motivates her, what drives her as a woman? Exactly,
yeah. And you know, I always try to look at those things, and I try to speak from that perspective, but from a male's point of view, and then speaking on their behalf, you know. But then trying to also relay a message at the same time of what it feels like to be on the other side of it as a man. So yeah, a lot of it is directed to women. And
a ladies' man, we got him, a ladies' man.
I wouldn't say that, but yeah, right. For sure, I definitely do that, yeah.
What are some other hobbies other than music?
Other hobbies other than music, well, I grew up like sports oriented, so I always did like football, basketball, not so much soccer. I was gonna say soccer, but nah. Just everything like athletic possible. I was on a swim team, wrestling team, track team. So I still try to stay active, working out and doing different things of that nature. But outside of just like the sports oriented things, I design clothes. Before doing music or really making my mark and coming out for music, I started out modeling. So I was published in several different magazines, featured in several different shows around the world. And like, if I had to really say like what I'm really passionate about, it's definitely like modeling, acting, and music, and especially designing and styling, you know what I mean? I ain't got that much drip on because we're in quarantine or whatever, but
would you say that fashion and clothing and design really drives you as a person? Like, is that something that even if you weren't doing music, you'd be doing that instead?
Yeah, 100%. In any way, anything creative I feel like is within my realm, you know? Like anything that I can do to, I don't know, just to express, you know? Like some people feel like just yelling is like their form of expression, but I feel like creating anything is my form of expression, you know? Anything as far as designing, fashion, modeling, acting, anything within that realm, I feel like that's you're creating something for people to get to know you by without having to even speak. It's almost like you look at it and be like, that speaks volumes, and I don't even say anything.
If you could get with any fashion designer or any famous designer, who would it be and why?
That's a good question. To be honest with you, the first brand that pops into my mind is Giuseppe. I don't know why. Maybe Chanel, because all the ladies love Chanel, right?
There we go.
Chanel.
There we go.
Get a Chanel, double C, you know? So maybe Chanel. I would love to do women's fashion more than anything. It's just something about it. I feel like any direction I go would always be towards a woman. No,
so you're a little bit, you're diverse, you would say?
Yeah, I would say.
When it comes to men and women fashion.
100%. I dress myself pretty well, but I feel like I can pick out a woman's outfit like so impeccably good. Even like growing up, I kind of like designed my mom. Like she'd be like, "Does this look good on me?" I'm like, "Yeah, that looks good." You know, what about the shoes? What shoes should I do? I'm like, "Yeah, these heels, that dress, put that on, these earrings, that necklace, perfect. You're in there."
You heard it here first. MDRD coming to your local house to dress you up.
Already.
What would you say is your proudest moment off stage?
My proudest moment off stage. Oh man, what would I say? As of right now, I think just being able to show my mom, like, you know, like, hey, I'm out here, I'm doing it. You know, I grew up where she wanted to be a singer, and, you know, she was in singing groups and she was singing the church, and as well as involved in fashion shows and fashion events, and as well as giving back to the community and things of that nature. So my proudest moments is to show her, hey, you can live vicariously through me. Another super proud moment, I think, 100%, is the fact that, like, I've been doing music at this time frame that I have been, and even my little nephew has picked up on it. And you know, I recorded him like the other day, and he's like recording a song. I was like, man, this song actually pretty good,
it's
man.
Running
like,
through the family.
Yeah, so I think honestly that has to probably top it all, and that just recently happened. But yeah, he's definitely he's feeling and trying to follow my steps and trying to do the same thing. So yeah, I think that's definitely my top favorite.
Being that your album comes out May 25th, what do you hope your fans will get from your new album?
For one, I hope they will tell me what their favorite song is, right? Or tell me what song spoke more to them, and let me know what I should do next. You know, let me know what they really feel, like if it really gives in that direction that I'm praying that it does. That's what I really hope they'll gain from it, some peace of mind, or someone that can relate to what they feel.
What's next for MDRD?
What's next for me, you'll never know. Nah, just like next for me is just greatness. I think after this project, I have another project that's already ready to drop. So I'm looking to drop at least another 10 to 16 songs, and I just want to expand the palette. So this first album was just to release something for you to really feel, and then the next will be just something for you to actually really completely be like, wow, this is a full body of work. So from there, it's going to allow me to relate more so still on those songs that I've already created, and then also attach that street grit, and especially that vibe that I really feel like, you know, my upbringing has produced me to do. And that's what I really feel like people should expect from me next. Just greatness, and just keep watching.
Where can your fans find your music, all your social media credentials?
Yeah, right now you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anywhere really, under the name of MealDaRealDeal, and that's MealDaRealDeal, or MDRD. If you search that, more than likely you'll find it. Nevertheless, you look up the name, you'll find me there on all social media platforms. Support me, follow me, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever. I need that.
All right, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this lovely day.
For sure.
We definitely need to do this next time.
Hell yeah. Now go ahead and excuse yourself. I'm just going to enjoy the rest of this day.